At first glance, Salisbury, Maryland doesn't seem like the kind of place that would be a blossoming hub for the performing arts. Thanks to the tireless efforts of Dr. Paul Pfeiffer, it has become just that. Chair of the Bobby Byron Theater Program since 2012 and employed by Salisbury University since his graduation in 1975, Paul Pfeiffer has spent 37 years building a center of theatrical learning from the ground up.
There was a time around the beginning of this century, sounds so where in the 90s and such, where lots of programs, small theater programs, were being cut left, right, and center because of the economy. And we were actually poised on the chopping block. We were really afraid we were going to be disbanded, and we managed to pull through.
So how did the department survive? Pfeiffer believes it was the decision to hone in on the program's unique focus.
When I was doing all the paperwork to get us the major, part of the paperwork was you must define your program in a way that makes it different than other programs in the state system. None of the other schools did classical work, and I had a friend who had come from the Globe to direct for us here, and he marveled at how much classical theater we did and said, that's really your strength.
Dr. Pfeiffer teaches, directs, and acts, imbuing his own unique creative energy into everything he touches.
His experience as an artist is so varied. You know, he was a student, like all of us, of course, and he did multi-crafts. You know, student in the costume shop, student in the scene shop, props, you know, sound, everything, acting. And so he has that experience behind everything he does.
You know, I saw him more distantly when I was working King Lear with him, which was 2 years ago. So I wasn't to where I am now, but I saw his process, and it's this very focused, almost laser focus process of creating a character, which is the exact same as how he is in our non-professional relationship, right? So that's something that's I hope that I feel has rubbed off on me too a little bit, but it's something to behold.
It's not just his work that has had an impact on the Salisbury theater community, but the support he gives to those around him as well.
I decided just on a whim to go and audition for like the Hairspray Live thing. I didn't expect anything from it, but it was like a really fun thing. And I went to him and said, your opinion is one of like the highest things to me. What would you say to this? And he said, do it, like screw it, go do it. If you have to take off for work, if you have to do something. I think I was involved in the opera at the time. He said, take that show day off and go do it. This is the best thing. This is so right for you. And no matter what, like he was like, I'm so proud of you. And it was just kind of incredible.
I felt when I was tenured, I wasn't granted some golden ticket. I didn't feel that way. It wasn't like some kind of job protection. For me, it was the university saying, be part of our family. And that means so much to me. And that's what Paul did when I arrived here. You know, he said, be part of this family.
Dr. Pfeiffer retires this month. His last opus to the program he spent his life piloting is a final performance of the one-man show he wrote and stars in, titled Apology for the Life of an Actor.
I expect Apology to be a great way to say goodbye to Dr. Pfeiffer. Dr. Pfeiffer's a joy to watch on stage, and I'm actually going to get to watch him on stage because I got to perform with him, but I've never really seen him on stage. And that's an opportunity that I'm not going to waste, so I already have my ticket.
Revenue from the show will go directly to the T. Paul Pfeiffer Directors Fund, which will annually support the future endeavors of the theater department.
The idea was to set up something that would help, in my mind at least, to help continue production of classical plays. Every season there's a play that has special demands, whether it's a fight choreographer, or we might have to buy weapons, or like Country Wife, we spent an awful lot of money on wigs. The idea is then that this fund would be there every year at the theater faculty's disposal to say, well, we can do this play because we have this money that will help offset the costs. Before I left, I wanted to do that play because it is about leaving. And that will be hard, you know, but I wanted to give that to the students especially before I left, that they would have an opportunity of seeing this, okay? And that sounds vain. It's not vain at all. I just wanted them to have it, to have that experience and memory.
You can see Apology for the Life of an Actor Friday, May 19th and Saturday, May 20th in Salisbury University's Black Box Theater. In Salisbury, I'm Ben Astarb reporting.